But we're gonna have ourselves on Team Red. Big Papa Pap. We also got Dumpling in the back. Oh, what is that effect above his head? I don't know what it is, but this man's looking like a samurai. We got Loopy Hunt as well. We got Mordegar going up first. And it's gonna be Nyx Rose. There's a Frost DK in the back on Team Blue. We got ourselves Bobo Chick. We got ourselves DVGS. We got Hamburger, Ragnarok, and Beast. We're gonna call him Beast, okay? That's gonna be a lot of beasts. He has a dog named Sabaka. That is the Russian word for dog. It's a Sabaka. How do you say puppy in Russian? I forgot. It's gonna be opened up by Bobashik onto Mordegar, who plays that sub into a wall with thorns right now. Mordegar maybe might want to be a little bit more careful with those thorns right now. That's a lot of damage. Second bash, Mordegar super low in health. Is gonna go for a little bit of evasion right now, trying to get himself heal. Bobashik getting hit with a blind, not shrinking out of it. Mordegar, are you gonna run away, not sap him? Oh, he's actually just gonna disengage completely. He doesn't want none of that. He wants to get himself a big old reset, man. You got bleeds in you. The Pharaoh leaping around top of him. No stuns because of Super DR. Cheap shot onto Bobashik. Does get a mark for death in there. This is where Mordegar is in a bad place. Might want to vanish just a little bit early. Does get a vanish out, but the bleeds are still rolling and down he goes. No! Bobashik got himself a nice opener on the guy. Into an opener onto Nyx right afterwards. Got some bleeds and bail out of that. Nyx, my man. Look at you with that Underrot trinket. He's trying to go for a little bit of a healer playstyle against this Feral. He doesn't want this bleeds to do work on the guy, but it's actually going to be quite good. As the Feral puts bleeds and resets on you, it's going to be like, whoa, these bleeds are proccing out your Underrot, which the bleeds are doing good damage, don't get me wrong, but the Underrot trinket will re-heal the bleed damage, which will be just simply stronger. And right, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. Bobashik popping wall a little bit early. He is playing the bleed playstyle. He is, I think, trying to go for an Azeroth trade where after using survival of the fittest, survival instincts, he gets himself a massive amount of mastery and armor. And look at the melting that's happening to Nyx Rose. He's at the half health with bleeds alone. Oh my god. This man is actually using wall offensively. So that's going to be a little bit tough for him to come back. When he needs that wall as a defensive, it's going to be almost impossible. But I like the playstyle he's going for. He's going for this bleed heavy playstyle. Nyx is still just taking down so much damage. Having to go for a death pack a little bit early. Bobashik might just have to save those walls and go for a little bit more sustained playstyle against Nyx. He's trying to go for a full bleed playstyle though, so I really got to give him credit. We don't see Pharaohs going for full bleeds. It's usually bites and treads and a lot of that. Some kiting around, mostly crucibles, but that's going to be stunned to Bobashik. AMS available for Nyx Rose to deal with the thorns for a little bit. Is going to go for a little bit of a transfusion just to get himself a little bit of a heal. Sometimes you get wrapped up in more words when it gets super fast about it. Bobashik is just looking just to let the bleeds do the work. He's going to get in, maybe get himself some more bleeds, trying to go for a big old bite. Bash into Nyx Rose does get a big old bite in there. The bleeds are doing work. Does he have Crucible? Is that what he's going for? Probably should be going Crucible if that is his trade of choice. And that's going to be Nyx trying to keep Bobashik next to him. Intro route to separate these two. And Nyx is bleeding out. The Underrot trinket is not doing as many procs as he was hoping, though. The Underrot trinket would be huge. If you just get lucky with the Underrot trinket procs, like Demon Hunters usually are, you can get so much healing back because those bleeds stick down. They do a little damage, and then Underrot just re-heals you for free, and they can proc back to back. Gonna be Nyx with a Lichborn right now, trying to get to Bobo, and Bo is nowhere to be found. He's just way out of there in Africa, man. Is way out there. Gonna be a Nyx. Has Lichborn, so that's a minute cooldown in order to get out of stuns. He does have deathback coming in 30 seconds or so. He's gonna have a way to deal with the Feral. Does hit him with a stun before Bobashik gets himself a nice opener. And this is perfect opportunity for Nyx Rose finally to go for some damage. AMS for those thorns, so Bobo can't even convince Nyx to get off his back for a second. Transfusion to follow for Nyx. This is where Nyx needs to get himself a massive remorseless winter rolling, and looks like he's actually starting to get a little bit of consistent damage up and running as he got himself a Pillar Frost rolling. Gonna be a Rude gripping the Feral next to him. Actually gonna be Bobo trying to see if he can bail away. He's gonna go for a little bit of a power shifting, get himself some hots rolling, and Nyx caught up on a lot of health. Bobo does have wall up and running very soon. I think he just used the wall defensively against Nyx though, but he might be able to use that wall for more bleeds back up. Lichborn coming out for Nyx. He basically just gotta, and there goes that Underrot proc, man. Look at that. all those bleeds starting to do work. Bam, Underrod. And that can proc for every single damage ability he's got going on. But it's going to be really a cat and mouse game. Although Bobo is more the mouse rather than the cat in this relationship for now. Looking to catch himself a reset. With the disease he's got for the Frost DK, the Frost Fever, it's going to be tough. Trinket for both of these two coming out. Bobo is going to get a trinket, but it's a 3-minute trinket though. The next time you say that, every time he hangs out with Nyx, or it makes it harder and harder to deal with, is going to get himself a big old Thorns up and running. Got some big damage on Nyx, but a big Death Strike is all it took for him to separate. Spamming Chain of Ice, that's all he's got going on. Bobo going in for the wall, trying to leverage the master bleed damage right after this wall. If he can get the most damage right now into Nyx and peel away comfortably and safely, he might be able to do something. Big Death Strikes coming out for Nyx. The stronger you hit the Death Knight, the harder they heal, and Bobo cannot get away from this Death Knight at all. Trying to go for power shifting. Nyx does have a grip and does have a stun. That's all he's really got going on. He's going to use Crucible right now onto Bobo. He needs to get himself quite a bit of healing though. If Nyx can somehow catch up to Bobo right here in a single stun, that could actually be the game. What's Nyx doing? He's like, I don't want pillars. Nope, you coming to me if you don't want pillars. Feral, if you want to win this duel, you gotta come to me. Wait, can Nyx hit the bug? Can he Death Strike that bug or something? Or is that not gonna happen? Looks like Bobo decided, you know what? I'm gonna take the bait. He's gonna pre-wall this right now. He's gonna get the strongest bleeds right now onto Nyx. Hopefully there's no Lichborn to follow up. Stun onto Bobo. He triggers out of it immediately. Gonna be Thorns up and running into a big Death Strikes for Nyx. Is gonna be able to survive this. The AMS is no longer available for those Thorns. Bash to Nyx. Hopefully Bobo has huge bleeds on him right now. Underrod Trinket is proccing. But that's gonna be a root. That Underrod Trinket is gonna... He just left. Nyx just left. Nyx just rage quit on the guy. He was done. He was actually done. Oh no, Nyx! Nyx is super tank as a Frost DK too, man. He was done. Death Strikes, dude, they do a lot of damage. Death Strikes did do a huge amount of healing. I didn't think he was gonna leave instantly, man. Death Strikes do a lot of healing, but they heal based on the damage you take. So the Feral can get the bleeds and then back away, let like a couple seconds last for a little bit. Then you might be able to get away from him. But yeah, ridiculous. Bobo just gonna wait out. Oh, actually leaping in on top of Loopy Hunt. Is he gonna just go for a full bleed playstyle? Looks like he got all the bleeds up and running with a big old bite into Loopy. He does get himself a heal, but with that last duel lasting as long as it did, 26% dampening, and Loopy is actually just... I can't say he's melting, but his health isn't really going up. His health is definitely not going up. He's having to use acceleration here a little bit early. Bobo never was able to get himself a full opener. Could go for a wall here. Trying to see if he can just one-shot Loopy Hunt without having to actually do anything, without having to pop wall. And looks like that might be enough damage. Big old bite. And down goes the Hunter. Big stun by Duplin. He's trying to see if he can get a big old one-shot onto Bobo. Gonna be a war storm for a second, and Bobo is gonna get himself a wall up and running. This way he needs to get the bleeds going for the warrior. Gonna be a fear onto Bobo as he gets himself Thorns up and running. And is Duplin gonna go for a charge? Actually, Duplin's the one playing very defensive here. Going to be a mastery buff for Bobo right now. If you can get those bleeds up and running onto Duplin a little bit early, this bleed should actually start doing a lot of work. 31% dampening. Duplin needs to get himself some heals onto Bobo. And it looks like the mastery buff wasn't quite perfect. I don't think Bobo got himself the strongest bleeds possible. But if he can get himself a huge rip and rake, maybe even a thrash and a crucible procs, that'd be enough, man. That'd be enough. He probably should be playing the procky barrel build, I think, in that case, so he doesn't have to use his wall for a master buff. Stun coming out onto Bobo. He took us out of it. Bash to Duplin. He's going to get some dots rolling onto Duplin. Thorns are up as Bobo uses Crucible defensively. That's going to be a full dots up and running. Duplin's actually going to break out of that root for a second. Kid still cannot hit those thorns right now. Leap onto the Feral. Is keeping him combat at least, but that's going to get him another tick of those thorns. And Duplin is sitting at about half-ish health right now. Regrowth spamming available for Bobo, and he's looking for another reset with Duplin. Duplin, does he have a stun? He does, so he needs to get himself a big old stun. He needs to go for a fake out with this Feral. I feel like he basically just needs to whirlwind him out at the right time. Does land a Storm Bolt onto Bobo. That is going to be a nice beefy rake up and running onto Duplin as a pretty big bleed. He's going to be able to heal through it though for a while. He's got it. Roots are going to separate these two, and Bobo did get a full setup going with dots. It looks like he did. Duplin is going to start taking damage. That's exactly what Bobo is going for. It's a hit and run play style. He's just going to hit you with some roots. For Duplin, having Reflect might have been a really good idea. Does he have Blaze Storm too? I think he does not. I think he is rolling Dragon's Roar. So having Blaze-Stone would have been amazing. Maybe double charge would have been better than even having a stun against the Feral, just so you can maintain your position on the Feral at all times. Gonna be a full setup, and a Rude as he gets him with a stun. Bobo learning from these stuns. Enrage regen still is available to Dumpling. Oh, Bobo juking him out. Lead back for Dumpling, gets a charge in. Does still snag himself a little bit over here. Wall up and running for Bobo though. Bobo Shake trying to get those bleeds up and running, making him a big old bite. Thorns are up. Dumpling does not have effect for it. Try to see. Oh, Crucible taking him out at the very end, and Big Papa Pap is the last man standing on Team Red. Good luck, my guy. Hopefully you have a slightly different setup than Dumpling. Is he just gonna wait? I guess he's just gonna wait for the Feral maybe. Hope he don't give up, dude. I want him to play. Oh no, right as you Papa Recklessness, the Root comes out. And Big Papa Pap looking to re-engage with the Feral. Is he even gonna be able to? Took quite a bit of damage in the opener there. But the Bleeds, look, the Bleeds themselves are not doing the most amount of damage. Like if Boba Shock had that wall opener and he got a massive Bleeds with big mastery onto Papa Pap, let this Bleeds like snapshot to the mastery and all the other buffs, that could have been huge. Boba Shock just trying to get himself more setup. Thorns are up for Big Papa Pap. Does he have Reflect by any chance? Reflect and then Rampage could be huge. It's actually going to get a root onto Papa, but still, those Thorns are shredding through the guy. The Bleeds are doing quite a bit of number 2. And Boba looking to get away. Didn't quite land it. Going to be a charge for Papa Pap. Huge Enrage regeneration. Snagged himself a bunch of healing. Maybe does he have double charge? He does have double charge. So this man is actually going to be able to stay on this Feral a lot longer. Boba should try to get a big old bite onto Big Papa Pap. And he's going to be able to separate these two. Again, not letting the Bleeds really do work. And one Crucible for Big Papa should be able to hold him up against his Bleeds for a little bit. Double Crucible too. They should be seeing some recovery. Needs to stay on Boba as best as he can. I think disengaging from the Feral and just letting him catch a reset is not a good idea. Sitting here like a stump, probably not a good idea too. Maybe at least change of position. Trinket onto that first rake. Wall coming out for Bobo. Thorns are up and running. Big Papa does get a Reflect, but didn't even matter, and the Feral does take him down. Full bleed build by the looks of it. I gotta give him credit, dude. I gotta give him credit. Bleed build as a Feral. I know, a lot of you guys are gonna be like, but Dale, all you did is open up with Bleeds, root, and run. That is how to play. But when's the last time you've seen? When's the last time you've seen that playstyle, dude? That's some Cataclysm playstyle, dude. I like that, dude. I like that. That was at least something different from Feral. Yeah, it's same old Ferals, but yeah. We didn't get to play. I know, yeah. Blame